Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here. I hope you're well. It's Saturday, guys, and every Saturday is our Amiee Stewart Day. So I hope you're armed with a piece of Amiee Stewart design and coming here to join me. So today, of course, you're about to ask me. You're about to ask me. Let me turn my own voice off. We're professionals here. My phone, the volume was still on. So there you go. All good. So you may be wondering which piece I'm working on today. You're looking at it. It's absolutely beautiful. And if you don't know what this piece is, let me show you right now. Just getting things organized. So this is a piece from Amiee Stewart, of course, and it's called Sweet Shoppe. And as it says on the tin, and there are many tins and jars, and full of sweets, treats, and lollipops and everything else that's delicious, and a little bit of a circus act going on as well. So this piece we started maybe a month ago, something like that, and there's a whole group of us started together, and of course everybody's way ahead of me, but I don't mind. I'm a slow stitcher. I'm very happy one too. So with this piece, let me show you my progress here. I'm tracking the piece with Saga, and so it's a stitching app if you're not familiar with it. Very popular. It's getting more and more popular amongst this group of stitchers, and this is where I am right now in its entirety. So a little bit to go, but I'm very, very happy with my progress right now. And I just noticed, hang on a sec, have I got some? Oh, I was a bit worried. I thought maybe I accidentally marked certain stitches. No, no, no. This is just part of the pattern. Oh, I had a little scare there because I have done it. I just accidentally marked a whole bunch of stitches that I haven't done yet. So let's look at the stack here. Currently, I'm slightly under 2%. So predictions from you, okay, everyone. Do you think I'm going to go over 2% today? Take a guess. If you think so, give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, thumbs down, okay? I won't take it personally. I won't take it personally. I'll take a view here. And from the sprint here, oh, I'm still running the last sprint. Amazing. That's the longest marathon ever. I'm going to just leave that, just for clarity there. I'm going to delete the sprint. Hopefully it hasn't deleted anything else. And I am going to create a new sprint. Okay, so this is, I don't know how it works. I'm going to delete this one as well and create a fresh one. Okay, fresh sprint for, 3 thumbs up at least. Some people have confidence in me. Oh, 4. I will remember your names, okay? You're my favorites. You're my favorites. And that's Susan. And is it Gabby? Gabbia? Hello, hello. See? And Travis as well. And I'll come to a chat in a very, very shortly. So this piece has got 88 colors. Oh, let me bring back the view. I lost the view. Yes. So this is a regular size heaven and earth pieces. I remember these things. If you give me thumbs up, I will remember you, okay, in 10 years' time and still like you. And so here we go. And so this is where I am right now. This is a regular color, regular size piece. And I'm going to bring it back here. So you're looking at the completed area here as per my fabric here, okay? And so it's going well. As you can see, it's so striking. It's so pretty and the color is so vibrant. Perfect. perfect for a Saturday. I'm looking for these bright colors to lighten my mood. I mean, my mood is always light every day, but it can be, it's never too light. I want to be practically just floating, and I hope you do too. So before I start stitching today, of course, I'm going to turn to the chat and see who we've got today. We've got a little bit of a hint earlier on in terms of who's in the chat, but I will start from the beginning because it's important to acknowledge the first one reported to the chat, Rajal, our golden model student here. And she says, hello, Saturday, Aimee, Stewart, evening or afternoon or morning. Indeed, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I nearly forgot. Just pick the one you like for you. And Travis is the second one. And our gentleman stitcher here, he says, everyone just posted a video of my, of my 6-pack typewriter method we came up yesterday in a live stream. Indeed, we're spontaneous. We come up with new things every day, and we never know what's going to happen in our live streams here. So yesterday we came up with a new method, okay, pioneered by Travis right here. It's called 6-pack typewriter. You can 6-pack everything really, but this is the current combo. Well done, well done. And we can always dig into it a little bit more later. And Serena is here as well. Wonderful. And Steve, oh, another one of our gentlemen stitcher, and he's always busy with yard work and occasionally come to see us. And Steve says hello everyone, and Sarah, of course, our princess, and Beth Ann Williams, hello, and Brandy is here in the chat as well, and Anna, hello, welcome. Ebony, hello, my sweetheart. Good to see you again. And Leslie McLean as well. Betty Lou Taylor, hello. She says, happy Saturday, my stitchy folk. Indeed. And Grace Houston is here in the chat as well. And Suzanne, of course, Suzanne is here. Great to see you. And Turtle Stitcher, welcome back. And, Turtle Stitcher says, happy Aimee Saturday. I'm waiting for a traveling library max color. Aren't we all, Turtle Stitcher, Heather? And stitching on my Teresa Whistler Dragon. In the meantime, drinking iced tea. Oh, London is getting slightly cooler. It's not chilly yet, it's cooler. So idea of iced tea gives me a little shiver here. And Susan Chamberlain is here as well. Roxy Weil, woo, hello, woo. And Laura and Captain Squirrel, welcome back. Good to see you, little squirrel. No, Captain Squirrel, not a little one. I love my squirrels. And Salita is here as well, welcome back. And Wendy 2025. Pepping is here as well. Janelle, good morning on Sunday. Yes, indeed. And Six, hello. And let's have a look. Reed, it's nice to see some new names as well. And Ashley Wilkinson, hello. And Heather House is also in the chat. Let's have a look. And I'll come back in a little bit. I just want to get on with a little bit of stitching and warm up my little hands here. So this piece, I am working on 28 counts. So this is my first 28 count project. Prior to that, pretty much 25, kind of my bread and butter for over 2 years. And prior to that, I was doing a lot of 14 counts, maybe occasionally 16, something like that. So this is a new adventure. And I'm using a plain fabric here. I gridded myself, and it's a delight to stitch this fabric. So light, you can literally see through. Can you see my fingers down there? And it's super light, and the holes between the stitches are quite open, so it's very, really lovely to stitch. And I'm doing 2/1. From this distance, you probably can't tell the difference, but the loose stitches, you probably notice, these are 10 stitches or half stitches of some kind. And I'm doing 2/1, so it's providing really nice coverage here, and this is DMC as well, and I was after DMC's vibrant and rich colors for this piece. Is perfect. I'm loving this piece and I can't wait to get on with it. So let me zoom in a little bit here and bring on my little work view here, and let me know what you're drinking. I'm sipping already my peppermint tea. Oh, for some reason my throat is a little bit dry, feeling a little bit dry today, so I am going to sip my tea throughout. And also I have a cup of leftover cold coffee, not quite cold yet, as usual. So my favorite drinks for my power stitching session here. And I even brought out my reindeer here, and little a Pokemon here. Is it Pikachu? And Travis, this is for you. And let's start, shall we? Oh, amazing. It is Saturday after all. I could smell it. I could smell it. Of course, for our stitch friends in Australia, it's already Sunday, so there's nothing I can do about it. But I hope you enjoyed your Saturday yesterday. Amazing. Oh, I've got a lot of thumbs ups. This is the right crowd for me. They have confidence in me, so maybe I'll go over 2% today. Who knows? And at the end of every stream here, we play Guess My Stitches. You get to guess my stitches. Yes, as it says on the tin, there's no mystery there. And the winner, of course, will win everybody's, the fellow stitchers, respect. Okay, priceless. And some of our emoji buffet as well. Absolutely delicious. So let's dig in this delicious feast of a pattern. So the first victim. So the method, as you can probably see what's happening here, I'm doing cross country, okay, and I'm being quite adventurous. Normally, well, I did start from the upper left doing typewriting, and up to a certain point I kind of just, my typewriter kind of just broke, and I sent it for repair. It hasn't come back yet, so in the meantime I am doing cross country here, and I love it. I love the freedom. I can just jump to anywhere on the pattern, well, within reason, and do whatever I want and pick whatever colors I want. I love it. So, and particularly after yesterday's Gemma's message, I am ready to go. I just go rogue. Okay, so today I think I am going to focus a little bit more around this area. I quite like it, and I can quickly show you my iPad here, my app, and I'm going to flip. I'm using the light bulb feature here, and just flip the pattern over, so you can see on the left here there's a candy jar, a kind of metal tin here, and I've been working on quite a fair bit of it, but I quite fancy moving to the right a little bit, and to the blue, the area's got a lot of blue stitches. That looks really pretty. And maybe move down a little bit, or to the right to the red and white. So let's see how it goes. But I'm quite drawn to the blue area there. And so I'm going to put a few more stitches, a few stitches here to start with. And then I'll just do whatever I want. No plans, no script. Just like our streams every day. So let's go. And I'll come, if you just join the chat, I'll come to say hello to you very soon. Let me just pick my first victim here. I am going to go for, why don't I go for this one? Let's see. Beautiful. Only 2 stitches. A kind of humble start, but there are a few more stitches on the left here. I might just go and fill it in. So My first victim is 844. 844. And let me know what you're drinking. And if you have snacks, what are you snacking? And I am going to. So I've been taking 2 strands because my DMC floss have been cut for mostly single strand stitching. So they're relatively short, on the short side. But as I'm stitching 2 strands, if they're only few, you know, under maybe 10, 15 stitches, I take 1. But if I'm planning to go a little bit further, I take 2 strands. So I have longer pieces to work with. So that's whenever I feel a little bit more adventurous. So I'm taking 2 here. And if I have any left over, I just pop them back onto my organizer. That's not a problem. Here we go. So I am going to start. I'm going to focus on this area. There are a couple of stitches of this color, kind of above, but I'm going to just leave them out for now and focus on this area because it looks really pretty. So I am going to stitch this bit. Let me move this view over here a little bit more. So these stitches are, you know, fairly tiny, even when it's zoomed in. But that's the beauty of it, because even though I'm doing 10 stitches, once all the stitches come together, you practically can't tell the difference between 10 stitches versus full cross. And in fact, I've done the testing with DMC floss, and 10 stitches actually come out fuller. It's interesting. So the full cross, the stitches come out flatter, and it probably makes sense because you have 2 threads going like that, kind of pressing against each other, whereas these ones, they're lining up, so it creates a little bit of, you know, small dome there, almost like a little bead that you're creating there. So, you know, the texture, I actually prefer 10 stitches. So here we go. So I've got these 2 here. I am going to just move up a little bit. There are a few stitches over there. See, I'm getting very, very adventurous here. Quite daring. And let me have a look. I'm going about 3 stitches from here. 1, 2, 3. I'm warming up. I'm warming up. Beautiful. And the great thing about 10 stitches or half stitches is the fact that, yeah, it's just faster. There's nothing you can do. It's just faster. It's just what it is. And a lot of times, particularly this piece, I feel like I feel like the thread is like a paintbrush, and I'm just painting the pattern over with the fabric, with the floss. And it's super pretty. Let me mark them as I go. It's important, so I don't lose my way. And I'm going up. So there's no rules in terms of where I can go. The only rule, if I can call it that, to follow is not to take the thread over stitch area. So these are stitched, but they're still quite loose. I wouldn't take my thread over areas like this and jump over. So that's the only thing I don't do. Otherwise, I'm pretty free to do whatever I want. Oh, Captain Squirrel says Sunday. It's Sunday morning. Yes, Captain Squirrel is from Australia as well. It's Sunday morning, 4:34. Oh my God, the dedication of our friends from Australia here. I can't totally forgot. This is really early in the morning. Well done, Janelle. Well done, Captain Squirrel. Our model viewers here. Amazing. Yes. You know, our streaming time is a little bit challenging for our friends in Australia, but you know, if there's a will, there is a way. And we've also had our Japanese floss tuber friends coming over to visit us, and it's extremely early for them in the morning or even the middle of the night. But they managed. They didn't stay long, which I understand. You know, one needs to sleep sometime. I get it. And let me go over here. Oh, I love the freedom. I love the freedom. And this fabric is a dream to stitch with. Because the other 28 count project I do with the quilting room, I've got the gridded version, easy count, which is lovely as well, but not as light. I think it's just more starched. It feels a little bit thicker in volume, but ungridded one is just beautiful. I love it. Of course, I have to grid it myself, but you know, it's okay if I do it mindfully and try to count carefully. And these stitches look completely random, but in fact, you know, before you know it, as you build up more stitches and the picture starts to emerge, it's extremely fun way of stitching. Really fun. Leslie saying, I'm just starting traveling library. Oh, so many of the viewers here are working on the traveling library, the regular version, of course. And she's drinking lavender and chamomile. Warning, Leslie. The other day, I drank this tea called Love. It's got chamomile and rose and what's the other one? Lavender as well. Seriously, I was gently falling asleep by the end of the stream. It's too relaxing. Way too relaxing. Do I continue to wander to the right? I think it's probably too far right. I want to concentrate on this area. So I am going to end this thread here. So I'm on peppermint tea today. And I'll drink the love tea, you know, some other time when I don't have to read or stitch, you know, here. And this one is A44. Let me pop it back. And is it Gabia? Gabia says, hi Yogi, looking forward to stitching with you tonight. Me too. I'm looking forward to stitching with me. I'm joking, with you. Okay, with all of you. Yes. And Janelle is stitching Aimee Stewart Sweet Shop as well, of course. Janelle joiners with this saw, as many others. And a few others joined us later as well. They just look at this beautiful piece and go, I want some of that. And can you blame them? No. So again, I'm focusing on this area, okay? So I'm going back to this blue. I think it's a little kind of triangular flag here. So maybe I should just go in and start to fill in the stitches here first. And then I can move forward to other areas. Wonderful. So 718, what a pretty color. 718. Very pretty indeed. Pull it out. Here we go. 2 strands here. Michelle Fuller is here as well, if I haven't said hello to you. And oh, Susan says, I can't wait for you to get to the circus figures. Me too. I can't wait in general. I want to get to the sweets. You know, all the delicious sweets. That's where I want to go. But I'm, you know, in a kind of biscuit jar or sweet jar. Sweet tin here already. It's really pretty. So here we go. Let me do this one here. Just 1 stitch. And maybe I'll end it and move to the second area rather than carrying the thread over. This piece is such a treat. I mean, you can't look at this piece and not be in a good mood. It's just not possible. You look at it and go, huh? That's filled in, that one. Heather says tea and Timbits here. Oh, Irene says alcohol-free beer with grapefruit, like a fresh grapefruit. Quite German, it is. Alcohol-free beer with grapefruit together. It's a German thing, really? Is it good? Maddie's here. Hello, hello. And Travis says, I'm debating on stitching the ghost Pokemon for the month of October for Halloween. Only problem, they're halfway down the piece. Oh, but it's okay. You've got a stamp kit, don't you? So you're not gonna stitch in the wrong places. Go for it. Go for it. So Travis is working on an epic stamped Pokemon piece. And Laura says, I'm visiting my parents this weekend, so I had to leave my traveling library at home. Laura, have you heard of traveling stitching? It's the best time to stitch. You need to have an emergency traveling pack with you. Whenever you leave the house, you take it with you. Okay, Laura? Oh, dear. Yes. All essentials that we need in life. And got to be prepared. If you need to, leave the house in any shape or form, you can't get to your projects, bring your travel pack. Brandy, that's a bit random. Brandy says, I'm currently fixing shorts with missing buttons and hemming shirts. They are too long. Oh dear. No fun stitching yet. Practical sewing there. Oh, it has to be done. And they'll be nice and beautiful again. Holeless. Yes. Oh, how interesting. Out of this blue, there's just a green. Okay, there are a few green stitches here. It's always a surprise with the color switches. Sometimes, you know, particularly with heaven and earth patterns, something that looks a certain color would be blended in sort of all sort of colors that are sometimes really surprising. And of course, there are only 3 stitches there. But this is a different green. 3814. 3814. Very, very subtle. I'm going to just take one strand. I'm trying to see if there are any surrounding stitches. Literally, a single stitch out of the whole area with this color. Just one stitch, I ask you. Single stitch. Here we go. Oh, Captain Squirrel says, I don't often catch you live, but I stitch with you every day on playback. Oh, well done. Yes, thank God they're playbacks, right? Because everybody's different time zone, and also sometimes you just, you know, you can't make it to live. I'm so happy to hear that. And Albany says, I had a new start today with 25 count 2 over 110, and it was amazing. I prefer it over 28. I see. So did you go for 28 first and switch back or something like that? I remember maybe you mentioned it on our Facebook group. It's a very interesting stitching method Aimee is doing as well. It's a really pretty piece, very pretty piece. One stitch. It's got to make all the difference here. The highlight of the piece, just one stitch. And I'll see if I can get away with doing a komari, and by that I simply means just leave a little tail there without doing anything. It should be fine. It looks snugly in there. A14. I'm gonna pop it back. Single stitch. Oh, I can see all the difference. It's like, you know, this piece is complete and now I have that green stitch. And let me pick one that is maybe has a few more stitches involved. Yes, 799. 799. So we switch back and forth. If I keep doing a lot of single stitches, I just get a little bit, you know, impatient. 799. So I want to pick one that's got a few more and go back and forth. I might take 2 strands here so I can travel a little bit further. Mirin says it's only 3:24 in the morning, as in early morning. Mirin, where are you in the world? No home address or maiden name, okay? Just roughly which city or continent, whatever you feel like to share. 3:24. That's earlier than Australia. And Travis says it's 3:24 in the afternoon in Canada. Oh, Travis, you have it good, you know? The time frame is just perfect for you. So let's fill in this one here. It's a very pretty blue. So I'm going to do a boomerang start to secure the thread here. And then 2 stitches down here. Let me mark these stitches. And I think I'm going to take it down here. There are a few more stitches here. I feel like traveling a little bit. Right, so from here, let me have a look. There's another one over there. Because I'm gridding, I've gridded this fabric with pencil. So it's kind of grayish color there. So sometimes it blends in with certain stitches. If they look kind of similar, I have to be mindful there. I'm going to start traveling down a little bit more. Oh, Reese says beer with lemonade. Oh, so grapefruit. It's a little bit lemonade. It's a little bit sort of citrusy. Well, very citrusy. I see. But you know what? Some people drink, can't remember the name now, a kind of maybe Spanish wine or South American beer, sorry, not wine, with a squeeze of lemon. Is it Corona or something? I haven't drank for a long time, but I remember you normally have a squeeze of lime or lemon. Corona, I think it's called. I was never a beer drinker. It's bitter, you know? But I don't like sweet drinks either. When I used to drink, I normally drink wine. I'm a wine drinker, particularly white wine. Okay, so that one is over there. I'm going to end it. I think they run out of stitches. $7.99 going back. Hello, Dawn. Dawn King says, I'm here, not stitching at the moment because I forgot to charge my tablet. What? Can you not just plug it in? She says, I'm drinking Diet Coke and Boho Seaside View. Aimee Stewart project. Very, very pretty. It's a window view of beautiful plants. Yes. The project is on my lap mocking me. It takes no time to recharge. You'll be fine. You'll be back on track. In no time. In no time. Vadui, hello. Welcome. Welcome. Let's have a look. Where should I go next? So I've got one more stitch for this little flag there. I might as well finish it so it feels complete. Oh, actually 2 stitches. So let's see. So it's got, again, single stitch. It doesn't happen that often with this piece because it's regular colors, and you know, you rarely come across just a single stitch out of nowhere. Again, this is another one in the middle right here. Just one. 3765. 3765. Here we go. Just one stitch. Literally. There's no surrounding stitches there. Textile. Oh, Ilya. Of course, it's Ilya. And Ilya is here. She says, hello, everyone. I forgot the time. Still busy with my master set. I thought 2 days max. But I'm working on it already. 4 to 5 days for the master set. Wow. Are you working on your floss cards as well, or you're just loading the thread? Why does it take that long? It's got to be beautiful when you get it done. And life will be so much easier with a master set. Highly recommended. Single stitch there. 3765. Salita says, for October stitch along, I'm going to start on the Spooky Shoe Bell by the Blue Flowers. Yes, that reminds me, we are doing a SAL, okay? Just like Salita, you can pick any Halloween pieces that you fancy and work on that, and just join me. Or you can stitch the same piece. I'm going to show you which one I'm going to be stitching, and this is Steve's recommendation and approved by majority of the people in the group. So let me bring it up here. So it's a pattern from Etsy, and it's really cute. You know, it's a kind of a light piece. It's not too big, and it's just fun for the Halloween. And so if you want to join me, let me know. Well, I can paste the link in here, or you can just join the Facebook group. The link is in the Facebook as well. So this is the piece I'll be working on. We're starting next Tuesday, 2nd of September, because we're officially moving into the festive stitching season. Okay, we've got Halloween coming up, and we've got Christmas, of course. So a lot is happening here. So this is the piece I'll be stitching, and you can stitch whatever you want. If you want to join me, or just bring your own project and let's just enjoy that festive atmosphere together. Hey Joyce, hello, welcome. Say hello to Joyce, the cleverest person stitcher in a group, or maybe the universe. Let's see. So this one is done. Dawn King says that spooky season pattern would make nice bookmarks. Yes, because you don't have to stitch all four together, right? You can be creative and just do one strip separately. But I quite like the text underneath, the spooky season. Yes. Oh, I'll let you guess which one I'm going to start with, okay? I am so mysterious. I bet you can't guess it. Right, next one. I am going to complete this little blue flag here. I'm determined. So I am going to pick the next color here at the bottom, couple of stitches here to complete it. 340, really pretty color as well. 340. Suzanne, cat start. And Marilyn says, can't be the cat. It would be too obvious. And, oh, Turtle Stitcher says Yogi is making it easy to count stitches today by doing them one per strand of thread. Oh, today is going to be challenging. You know, the winner has to be someone quite special who can count with a mind just by looking at the stitches. You know, they can tell which stitches are fresh. You know, almost like a doggy. They can sniff and go, yes, these are the new stitches. And the total is dun dun dun. So Steve says each vertical panel on the Halloween pattern is a bit over 5,000 stitches. 5,000? Really? That many? It doesn't look that big. Then again, I can't count, okay? For me, it's like smaller piece comparing to all the other ones I'm stitching. The bar is pretty high here. And he says, I'm going to leave out the tombstone panel. So what are you going to do? You're going to just do the 3 here. You know, this is your recommendation. You know, you should do it all. Yes, the tombstone looks a little bit epic here. Just a lot of grays, and you know, I'm going to do it all. You know, this is the festive spirit, and who knows, I might finish this piece. That's one I can hope. You know, you never know. I might actually finish it, and that's why we pick like a smaller piece. So maybe some of us can, or some of you can finish it. Okay. And it would be quite nice to have a finished piece, wouldn't it? Susan says, Nikki already told us you're going to start a cat. She knows nothing. Okay, Susan. Don't you spread the rumors? She knows nothing. Six a kitty cat start. Guys, I'm mysterious. I'm unpredictable. You know, you can't read me. Because I'm just that kind of person. Okay? I'll probably start with Tombstone. just to shock you people. You know? Start with this. Start with the white bits. My favorite part. Only quite a few stitches. How refreshing. Ah, there I was doing single stitches. Steve says, I'm going to put the spiders from the tombstone one above the pumpkin instead of the bowl. Huh? Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Steve says, I'm going to put the spider web from the, spider from the tombstone. One above the pumpkin instead of the bowl. Oh, I see. So are you going to do the spider web as well? Or you're going to just place the spider over the pumpkin and then leave out the tombstone? What about the mini pumpkin on the bottom right there? That's so cute though. You don't want to skip that. I like that little pumpkin. And it looks like it's winking as well. So one eye is black, the other one's hollow. I don't know what's happening here. No, I want that little pumpkin. Yes, I'll have to endure the tombstone a little bit. I'll probably have that last. Who knows? But, you know, I like that little pumpkin. Terry Dogs. Terry Dog says, of course, I had to buy another Halloween pattern when I was getting our zombies. Very tempting, isn't it, Terry? I was very scared to browse, but I just thought, well, I had to be a bit more disciplined because if I get more, I won't be able to stitch anything. And so I'm gonna stick with this one. But there are a couple of others. Oh, I thought they were so cute as well. So, you know, Steve is leading us astray there because I didn't know there's so many cute patterns on Etsy. I mean, heaven and earth is dangerous enough. Now we have Etsy. Oh. We're going to get very, very busy. You know, if I'm really fast, I'm so optimistic. If I can finish this piece, and maybe I'll allow myself to stitch another one, you know. Just listen to me, listen to me. Because I saw, you know, a couple of others, they're really cute as well. And Susan is asking, what fabric are you going to use? I'm thinking of using grey 14 count Swagger for one of the designs. Susan, I'm doing on a 14 count fabric as well. I'll show you. It's actually not a new fabric. I didn't buy it for this project. Okay, hang on. So I found a piece of fabric, this one. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So it's looking a little bit wrinkled right now because I washed it. So this is a piece of fabric I found from my stash because I was digging in sort of, you know, all unfinished designs that I've got, which is all of them, and and trying to find something that I can reuse, maybe something, you know, right fabric count, because I couldn't make up my mind which one to use, what fabric count to go for. And I found this piece, but when I found it yesterday, there were a whole bunch of stitches here. So it was from a sampler I was doing. So currently it's still a little bit damp here, so the color is slightly darker than when it is, you know, the dry fabric will be slightly lighter there. And I like the stitch count here. This is 16. So I basically removed all the stitches. There weren't that many. It was like simple, quite a simple sampler type thing. And I got the kit like ages ago, maybe years ago. And so this fabric, I'm really happy that I didn't, you know, throw it away or lose it. And I just gave it a wash. So realigned all the stitches, you know, because there's some holes there, slightly bigger around here. You can't see it anymore after washing. So this is the color I'm going for. This will be my background. A little bit moody there, a little bit sandy. I think it will work well. Let me bring out the markup there. I think it will. You'll probably blend in the brown background a little bit there, but I don't mind it. It will just blend the whole thing in. So it would be a nice, you know, adventure there. So this is my fabric, 16 counts. So you and me, both, 16 counts. And to be honest, I was thinking of one, maybe go for something like what is that, linen. But then again, I thought, wow, you know, I probably can't see anything because the linen I've got, they're very, very fine, and I'm not used to stitching linen. And I felt like, you know, why make it harder for yourself? I think Ada is perfectly fine. Ada is perfectly fine. And Steve, what fabric are you going to use other than rearranging the entire design? It's one stitch over here. Oh, I think I missed this one. There. And I'm looking forward to starting this piece. New start is always exciting, isn't it? Steve. Steve, if you dare. Steve says, put your initials on the tombstone. How nice. Rest in peace, Yogi. Yes. Eternal rest. But then I practice eternal rest every yoga practice, Steve, you know. I learn how to die in order to live. There you go. I'm going to end this stitch here with a little boomerang. And then we'll have to narrow down the Christmas piece as well. You know, up to this point, before we decided on the Halloween piece, I was thinking maybe keep both pieces quite, you know, small, on the small side as a side snack. And now we have the spooky season snack. I'm thinking maybe we can make the Christmas piece a slightly on the larger one. You know, everybody loves full coverage, So maybe, we can even sort of stitch the Christmas piece simultaneously with Halloween as well, because I know quite a few of you have already started the Christmas theme stitching. Okay, so it's never too soon to start Christmas. So if we go for something a bit more, I don't know, maybe 4 regular size is too big, but then again, people can work on it throughout the years. A lot of people do that, don't they? They they just stitch the Christmas ones every year, maybe the same piece. So let me know, if you have a preference. I think maybe we can make the Christmas shawl a little bit more epic, on the epic side. We're not afraid, are we? Bring it on. Bring it on. Very cheeky, Steve. And Ree, hello. Ree says hit 1,000 today the first time. Amazing. Wow, round of applause for Ree. 1,000 is no joke. Okay, I did it once, never again. It's like this kind of rainbow in the distance, double rainbow that only happens once ever. Have you ever seen double rainbow? It's like 2 rainbows at the same time. It's a bit like that, elusive but real. It happens sometimes, and 1,000 is like that for me. So there you go. Amazing read. Well done. The first of many, first of many thousand a day coming. Oh, Susan says if you do a panel a year, that's 4 years worth of Halloween. That's a good value for money. Yes. What about 1 stitch a year? It will make it last for thousands of years. Right, Susan? And Sarah says, I think the fabric is perfect for it. Thank you, Sarah. Approval from Sarah. Yay. And Roxy Wild says, I'll forever be an Ada girl. There's something very comforting about Ada, because you know exactly where to stitch. I know the linen looks really sophisticated, but I'm not sure if it's that fun to stitch. It's pretty, really pretty to look at once it's done, if you do samplers. But I'm not sure it's that comforting to stitch. It's just a lot of work, I'm with you, Roxy. I like Ada too. Susan says, Steve, that's gruesome. Susan, that's Steve for you. See what I have to put up with, Susan? Have some sympathy for me. Right, back to the little flag there, and I'm going to see if I can extend it downwards here. Again, 2 stitches. Oh, I do have hang on, let me see. Have I got these ones already? No, I haven't. Just 2 of those very pretty purple stitches there. Let me find the thread. $208. I know Steve is getting very cheeky nowadays, or ever. And Terry says, I'm thinking of a light purple. Yeah, some sort of evening color, like, you know, nice sky type of thing. Or even some in some places you can get those hand dyed fabric, isn't it? If you don't mind going through the trouble of getting those. But I think something dark might work really well as well. Yes, I think that's a lovely idea. Steve says, I'm going to spend a little time tomorrow and to go through my stash. Might do it on Ada as well. I think it's quite nice on Ada because, you know, these stitches are nice and chunky and the style is, I wouldn't say cartoony, but it's more stylized. So I think it will work well with Ada. And sometimes I save fabric and stuff from projects I know that probably I won't be doing, but you never know when it's going to become useful. So that piece of fabric, I've been looking at it on and off for many years, just thinking, oh, there's some leftover stitches up there. Maybe at some point I will clean it, you know, I'll remove them. And now is the time. That's the magic of hoarding. No, that's not what I'm thinking. It's not hoarding. It's just saving, you know, material that is still usable for later use. But you don't know when. That's what hoarders say. 208. Suzanne says, what about an ornament from Haid? What type of ornament? Do they do those patterns? Yeah, please suggest some. You know, something that maybe people can work with, sort of bring back every year to stitch. That's quite nice too. And let's see. Let me pick the next one. Oh, nice. This is one of the dark reds. Let me have a sip of my tea here. Steve. Aimee says, I think I'm going to start the Donna Gelsing, is it Gelsinger? I butchered that one for sure. Toy shop, and just stitch it when you guys stitch what piece you choose. Is it a Christmas one? It rings a bell actually. Maybe I even have it at some point. I have to look at the mock-up. It sounds familiar. A toy shop. Brandy says, I have a Santa that's very vintage and pink. Or I also have Silent Night, and I'll work on when you are doing your Christmas stitch. Definitely. If you already have a piece you're already stitching, then just bring out of your stash and just join in. Or you can join me and stitch the same piece as me. Your choice. 150. I hope, you know, the goal is to have fun stitching together. And you can stitch whatever you want. Let me bring on 2 strands for this one. Travis has been corrupted by the group and Nikki. Travis says you should ECC, as in extreme cross country, the Halloween piece. You know what? It might not be too bad because it's not a huge piece. I might be able to cross country. Extreme. I don't think we'll get that extreme. It's just not big enough to be extreme. Maybe extreme for me. Nikki's like saying, oh, that's like wandering on down to the next village. No biggie. Sarah says, I'm an Ada girl too. Yes. So here, let's have a look. Oh, I've done these ones without knowing. Yes, of course. Let me mark them. I have done these ones already without knowing. Didn't mark them on my pattern. Here we go. In that case, I will move over here. Oh, that's done as well. Because I transferred this pattern over from Pattern Keeper. So not all the stitches are up to date. So this is a good opportunity to catch up. So these ones are done. I think I might, let me have a look at the surrounding. I might bring this one back for now and switch to another color. I don't want to wander too far to the right for now. I want to focus on this area. Suzanne says it's pretty. I like the feel of it. Stitching something not full coverage. I know, it's just a change of flavor. It's like having a side snack, you know, just something a little bit different because everybody's doing huge projects. So it's quite a nice switch to something a little bit, you know, easygoing. Right, I'm coming back to this area and I'm going to pick a color. Oh, this one is very light though. Let's see what's happening. 3743. 3743. It's quite a light gray-ish. 3743. Oh, very, very light. Let's have a look. But Doohy is still struggling with Gemma's message. Were you here yesterday, Vaduhi? Did you see you know, how I stitch my Gemma's method? Not that I'm doing it correctly necessarily. It takes some time, Vaduhi. Be patient. Oh, Travis says spooky bingo strikes again. You have now called out 2 colors I have today or ever. Spooky bingo, first one goes to Travis. Well done, well done. We like spooky bingo. We feel connected. Susan says, I'm so overstitching on really dark Ada. I can't see the blessed holes. Oh, I never thought about that. To be honest, I never stitch on really, really dark fabric. So is it hard to see? So even if you stitch lighter colors on top, it's still hard to see, is it? Oh, that's not good. and choose paler ones then. Hey, Petite. Hello. Welcome. Captain Score says ECC full of wind. Do not encourage them, okay? Do not encourage Travis. I think I'm going to start here. It's quite pale. It's always tricky to stitch some really pale for me because I just get mixed up with the fabric color. And, you know, it's really hard to see if somewhere is actually being stitched already. This one isn't too bad. It's got slight pink tint to it. It's not white. So hopefully it's not too bad. And I'm going to mark as I go so I don't get lost. Oh, I love this piece. It's like having some delicious treat. Sweet treats. And 2 at the bottom here. Just snip this off. Hey, Susan says, is this a sneaky move to boost your stitches? Which ones? Have I done something really spooky or sneaky? I would not do that, Susan. You know, I'm a person. I'm yogi of you know, honor is the most important thing to me, and dignity, and I would not make sneaky moves. I make yogi moves, okay? I might do a backflip from time to time, but I do not cheat, okay? One, two, three. Tracy Dumas is here. Hello, Tracy. Suzanne says, I tried Gemma's method again today and it didn't work. Ah. What fabric count? It flows better with 14 or slightly larger ones. I would like to speed up my Gemma's method though. So I need to practice a little bit more because I only do it from time to time. But Gemma can stitch really fast. Three here. No problem. And Travis says, if I try ECC, as in extreme cross country, on my piece, I will probably miss a bunch. But then again, you know, if your piece is actually stamped, so it really depends. I think it's doable. It's probably safer because you've got the symbols already. Susan says, I think she, as in me, amazing. It's aiming for 1,000 stitches, Sarah. Huh. Yes, my goal is to stitch 1,000 stitches in a week, okay? Per week. And I'm not quite there yet, but I'll try. I'll try. 1,000 a week. It's not bad. There. So pale, you can hardly see, but I'm actually stitching. I'm not doing air stitching, okay? This is not a stitching simulation. It's real. The stitches are actually there, okay? If you can't see it, your eyes are tricking you. Maybe time to go to Specsavers. Two over down here. Oh, Suzanne is working on 14 counts. Yeah, well, I suppose maybe a little bit time because you know, your brain has to kind of get used to what you're doing there. Madeline says, I didn't realize how tedious it was to stitch hair until now. Which piece are you working on that's got hair? I know there's one person, one of our Facebook members, the lady was stitching a famous person's picture. She charted herself. Sorry if I can't remember your name or the person's name as well. Like a famous person. And oh, the patience. She's stitching this person's hair practically. Just hair. A lot of hair going on there. I mean, nice hair, you know. It's good to have hair. I mean, nothing against people who don't have hair, but it's good to have hair. Okay, I've dug myself that hole. I'll try to get out of it. All right. Travis says some of the symbols are similar in color and shape, and when I get other stitches around them, okay. When I get other stitches around them, it makes them harder to see the symbols. Yes, that could definitely happen. And you gave an example. For instance, 310 is a solid blue square, and 413 is a blue triangle of the same shape. Yes, yeah, that could happen. That could happen. If the stamp symbols are dark, for instance, and you're working somewhere that's dark in colors as well, it will be very hard to tell. That is very true. So, Travis, no ECC for you, you know? Stitch safely. We don't want to fall over as we stitch. Safety first, everyone. And I have the opposite problem here because the fabric's white. So whenever I stitch white, pale colors, I couldn't miss it, particularly the borders, with a gray pencil line. They could all blend in together. Right here. Oh, not here. In between. There's a little stitch here. Very nice, very nice. There are quite a few here. I'll move forward mindfully to fill them in. Captain Squirrel says, I'm always stitching my hair into my pieces. Okay, so Captain Squirrel has got a slightly different interpretation of hair stitching, okay? She's practically stitching her own hair into the pieces. Very nice. See, the same statement can be interpreted in such a different way. The beauty of human mind, okay? Hair stitching. And a while ago, we were also talking about stitching our pet's hair into the pieces. Some cat hair in my project, for sure. Wouldn't surprise me the slightest. A sip on my tea. Marilyn says, I charged a picture as well, and there's a total of 21,000 of 3371 for the hair. Better you than me, Marilyn. Good luck. Brittany, hello, hello. Never too late for a great party, Brittany. And this is a great party. Welcome. We've just warmed up a little bit. Yeah, you know. So one more on the left here. It's always a relief when you reference to all the surrounding stitches and they match up. Oh, I just go, thank God I haven't messed it up. But, you know, it's not always that way. Over here. Suzanne says, would that be squirrel fur? Yeah, it probably is. But it's a squirrel, it's a fur from a captain squirrel, no ordinary squirrel. Oh dear. Ah, so Captain Squirrel's got a cunning plan here. She says when they need to clone me to finish all my webs, they can find all the DNA they need from my project. Oh my God, that's a thinking ahead. Yes, they can definitely do that. They just dig into your projects and find all the squirrel first, and they can clone you. And they can clone maybe 10 of you at the same time to finish your projects. That's very good. That's planning ahead. I like it. I see. Oh, I'm going everywhere. This color feels good. I'm gonna just scroll back a little bit. I don't want to miss anything. One more stitch here. I remember people were asking, how do you kind of remove the hair from your pets, you know, dogs or cats? And I think Travis has got, well, Travis, what, you've got a pet that is not a cat, not a dog. I can't remember what it is. Some sort of, is it like hamster type of thing? I'm not familiar with it. And it's got hair everywhere as well. You know, the best policy is just stitch it in. Doesn't matter, it's all fiber. Just weave the whole thing in. Might actually enhance the project, I think. Suzanne says, I started out trying 10 by 10 squares, min to max. The other day, I think I like it. Yes, 10 by 10 squares, minimum to max. Yes, you could do that. It probably feels, yes, quite structured, isn't it? You just go from minimum to max. The only thing is you probably come across single stitches. Depends on the pattern. I'm kind of thinking maybe you more likely to come across single stitches because you're working within a very small area. But do you park as you do it, or you finish everything? That does make some difference. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one here, and then I'm gonna end it. End this right here. But yesterday we were talking about, I think it was Joyce and a couple of others as well, talking about using the box. So you can create a box of, you know, whatever number of blocks, and then you follow the DMC numbers rather than the number of stitches. And I'd love to try that actually. It sounds like fun because you don't know what you're going to get next. And I presume that's probably similar if you do index number. I still don't know what an index number is, but it's a different sorting order, so you don't know what's going to happen. It might be fun. Oh, Grace Halston says it's a Pokemon. Okay, so Travis is having a Pokemon as a pet. It's official. And let's see. Over here. Let me just make sure I've got this one here and that one. The color's so pale. I need to mark them properly. And Suzanne is parking as well. Oh, so Susan says, or only stitch animal portraits. No one will know it's hair. Yes. If you're stitching a cat or a Pokemon, oh, that's right, Travis, you're stitching Pokemon. So it doesn't matter whatever hair you get on there. I'm sure Pokemons are quite hairy. I'm not sure about Pikachu. Do you think Pikachu is hairy? I can't tell. But yes, they're all hairy, aren't they? So it doesn't matter. Just get a hair on, make it furry. Grace has a question. Grace says, Yogi, do you save your projects in Saga? What do you mean by saving? Do you mean backing up? it's automatically saved, but I'm thinking that's probably not what you're referring to. Do you mean to back up the files? If that's your question, not yet. You know, I tried, but there's so many options. Let me show you what's happening here. Maybe this is a good time to sort out. Maybe some of you know how to back up properly. Okay, let me just back out this view to come to the thumbnails here. So in order to save, you tap on this little dot 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 at the bottom there. The problem is, I don't know which one is the correct one, at least on the iOS version. So any one of you knows, please enlighten me, because I think that I have tried it once. Maybe I selected the second one. Backup, pattern plus progress makes sense, right? And that's what I did. But when I tested it and tried to bring it over to my iPhone version of Saga, it came out blank. It was just a plain copy of the pattern without the stitched areas. So can anybody tell me which one is the correct one? Because I don't know. Save stitching progress sounds like it's just saving the stitch progress. I don't know. The naming is a little bit convoluted. And on top of that, you've got add stitching progress. I mean, what does that even mean? I don't know. Oh, chinchilla. Chinchilla sounds like Pikachu, or you know, is chinchilla a type of Pokemon? And if so, what index number does it have? Oh, Joy says, doesn't your Gecko Rouge work with index numbers? Yeah, but it's very arbitrary. It's basically just 1 to 145 or something. And there's no commonality between different Gecko Rouge projects. Is that what index numbers is? Just arbitrary numbers from 1 to whatever number? If so, it doesn't have meanings. Does it? So my question would be, if it's just 1 to whatever numbers, right? How does the app, how does Saga determine which one is number 1 and which one is number 55? Suzanne says, Grace, before you open a pattern, you can go in the options, the patterns for that pattern and save in Saga. Save markup. There's a bunch of different things. Yes, Suzanne, which one is the correct one then? So Suzanne says, I always save it as Saga. And then I save stitching progress. Let me bring it up again. Save it as Saga. So if I back out and save it. So export Saga pattern is definitely not it. So it's not a pattern, because what we want is to save the stitched area, right? Why do they have so many options? It should be just save, isn't it? So Suzanne says, I always export Saga pattern and then I say pattern markup. Then if I change device, I'll add the Saga pattern and then add pattern markup. But I don't have pattern markup here. Can you see it? So even the terminology is different. Are you using Android? Yeah, it should be a lot more clear and simple. I'm guessing, could it be add stitching progress? I really don't know. That's why I haven't really done it. I tried it once and then I couldn't figure it out. So I'm hoping for the best. Meowlin says, I think Pikachu is a rat. Pikachu is a rat? Are you sure? It looks like some sort of bunny, like a rabbit. Look at it. Look at that. Look, and the ears as well. It's not very rat-like. we need a Pikachu. We need a Pokemon expert to provide answers. Hello, Dolly. Hello, Dolly time. Yay, Dolly time. Dolly's here, babe. Come on here. Oh, Dolly's a little bit wet. Let me dry this little kitty here. Dolly, what have you been doing? So it's raining outside, I think. And she came in a little bit wet, not too bad. Don't be so dramatic. It's just a little bit of water, okay? You're okay. You're okay. You're not injured, okay? You're not injured. So don't be dramatic. It's just water. Okay, babe. Good. Oh, the peace has been restored. Jan says long press on stack is called main by default and just choose backup stack. Is it on iOS? I don't think it's on iOS. Long press. Or you're talking about... No, it doesn't work on... It works differently on iOS. So you're probably referring to thingy. The other one. Android. Oh. Sarah says, chinchillas are social, long-lived rodents. Oh, so they are rodents. They're quite big, aren't they? And they're native to the Andes Mountains of South America, known for their incredibly soft fur. And they probably fall everywhere. And they're super cute. I know, I've seen a couple of pictures from Travis. They're so cute. Suzanne says, I posted a video about index number. I haven't seen it properly yet. I will. Yes, I'm just wondering, how does the app determine which one goes first? Whether there are rules. Well, whichever way, I'm sure it's okay. Yes, Dolly time, I know. She's so dramatic. And she'll come in a little bit wet and she'll go, oh my God, I'm drenched. Help me, Mom. Mommy, help me. And yeah, she's a little bit like that. Serena says, I use Gemma's method more and more. Yeah, I think the more you do it, the more it makes sense. And it's actually a very, quite chill way of stitching. Right, I'm going to move on to the next color here. Let me pick something a little bit brighter. How's that? Oh, this one is bright. Beautiful. Oh, I love this one. Yes, great choice, great choice. It's 898, 898. 898. I'm going to take out 2 strands because I quite fancy A little bit of traveling with this thread. Jan says, no, look up above your thumbnails. Look for the word main. Oh, hang on. Let me try again. All right, let's have a look. So if I go, okay, where is Maine then? Oh, Maine. Okay. I never noticed it. And press. Oh. Oh my God, Jan, round of applause for Jan. You know, I was just saying a while ago, I was thinking, why do we need to save project by project? Because you want to save everything. And this is it. Stack back up. So does it back up the whole lot? Like app wide? Everything under the umbrella? If so, amazing. It's Christmas, okay? The Christmas is here. Jan brought us Christmas. If you knew this before, then good for you. I didn't. I was trying to go into individual patterns and try to figure out this epic list here. And, oh, right. See? So if I do stack backup, it backs up everything. Is that correct, Jan? Jan says it saves all of it. I tested between iPad and iPhone. Oh, I have to give you another round of applause because it's just brilliant. Yes, this is what I was asking for. I said, well, why do you make it so difficult? Because, of course, you want to save everything. Who doesn't want to save everything? Amazing. Yes, I'll be saving like there's no tomorrow, okay? Because I don't want to have to redo everything every time I transfer it. If my tablet breaks, I don't want to start marking everything all over again. Thank you, Jan. Oh, amazing. Yes, the winner tonight already. You haven't played Guess My Stitches, but I think you're the winner. I'm gonna award it to you, and you get to have the emoji buffet. I don't care. You won. Yes, this would be great. Yes, I was thinking, well, Saga developers, they seem so clever. Why do they make, backup so difficult? Because it's really important. Really important. I am so happy. I'm loving Saga even more. Thank you, thank you. And Sarah said, I back up my pattern keeper every weekend. I have to say I have not even backed up my pattern keeper. And Sarah, do you know there is a mass backup option like Saga? Because as far as I know, pattern keeper, you also have to go into individual patterns and save them individually. Is there a magic button like this one? If so, there'll be double Christmas. Because I've got so many patterns in Pattern Keeper, if I have to go in individually, even just once in a while to save all of them, it's like a full-time job. Who has time to do that? Who can remember? Yeah, Chanel. I don't know what that is. Are they steaks? They look like some weird meat product. Oh dear. Yeah, Jan, you've won. You're the champion. You are the champion tonight. That is so useful because once you pointed it out, it seems like, oh, of course it is there. But I had no idea. I didn't even notice that icon there, main. It's like, what is that? No idea. And now I know. That was a beautiful moment there. Yes, Sarah, I agree. Individually, it's very tedious. You know, majority of people, they have like a lot of patterns there. Travis, you're dozing off? It's only the afternoon, darling. Oh, it's hard work being dad, isn't it? Yes, Travis, the new dad. Yeah, let me mark these ones as I go. And over there. This one here. So nice work on darker colors because you create so much definition on the pattern. It's really lovely. Oh, here it comes, Betty. Betty says, I think you have stitch marked as stitch in the red blocks just down below you're stitching now here. I have what? I have, let me reread it again. You have a stitch marked as stitched and red blocks. You mean I marked something that I haven't stitched? Let me check. The ego eye of the chat. And I think it looks correct to me so far. But it's probably not shocking if it doesn't match up completely because up to, I think, a couple of sessions ago, I was working on this piece with Pattern Keeper. So I transfer the pattern over, but I have to kind of manually mark these stitches. So probably quite a lot of them not matching up. So I'll probably have to kind of work it out as I stitch. Otherwise, it would be too tedious, I think, if I try to make it correct. Oh, this bit is a little bit tricky. I need to mark as I go so I don't get lost. 1, 2, 3. That one. Janelle says, I have to have coffee. I'm going to sleep. Did you manage to sleep last night or did you stay awake up to this point? Yes, coffee is good. I'm drinking coffee now. I'm having some cold coffee. Travis says, my chinchilla is 16 years old. What is their lifespan? Do they live up to like a lot, I hope? Because a lot of rodents, their lifespans are actually quite short. And I could never do it like hamsters. I think they're only 2 to 3 years. And I'm always thinking, well, there's just no chance I'll get, animals that only live 2 to 3 years. That'll be too sad. I want them to live like turtles, forever. Or parrots. Parrots is good if you want long-lived animals. They outlive humans, don't they? Captain Squirrel says the purple and gold look so nice next to each other. I know. It literally looks golden, doesn't it? And the purple looks so rich. Oh, there's something very dramatic about this piece. I love it. It's all drama. So let me go back to Suzanne's comment here. Suzanne says, when I was using Pattern Keeper, I decided to not have everything that I wasn't working on all the time loaded up. I would just save it on Drive and load it when I need it. Oh, but isn't that a lot of work? Isn't that a lot of work though? I just keep everything on there and having nothing backed up. Maybe I've backed up once or twice with certain patterns, but it's too tedious because I work on different projects, right? And you don't remember doing that either. It's just too much work, too much work. But the app level save is just the way it should be, because why wouldn't you want to save all of them, right? It doesn't make sense. Of course you want to save everything. Let me see. Oh, I think something is a bit odd here. Here, okay, that's fine. And then there's another stitch over here. I think I missed a stitch here. I'm just improvising now. And supposed to be 3 stitches. Oh dear, I think I might have messed up this bit a little bit. Why is it like that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. Then 1 below. Oh, okay. Need to frog this one. I'm not frogging. I'm doing reverse stitching. It's a new technique. It might look like I'm stitching backwards, and I am. There. Okay, it doesn't matter. You won't notice it. And Joy says regarding the index number. Yes, the Gecko Rouge, I don't know whether they have any rules because every project is different. So if you go color number 10, they're totally different across different projects. So I don't know what the rules are in terms of how they determine. I'll go and look at Suzanne's video. Right, let me see. I think I'm gonna do the ones on top as well. Because they're close together. 3 stitches. Why does it look like that? Oh, there's one more here. Very nice. And Travis says regarding chinchillas' lifespan, as pets, as long as they're happy and healthy, they can live up to 20 years. Very nice. So similar to cats. I think cats, you know, if they're lucky, they can live up to, you know, there's some of them over 20 years, but it's not as common. But 20 years, doable, doable. Janelle says, I do all-nighters a lot, but I slept 4 hours. Oh, right. Janelle's hardcore. She always gets up in the really early in the morning to watch us, to watch Yogi. Three here. One. I have to be quite mindful because I'm going all over the place with this color. Two. And three. Travis says, my first rodent was hamster and it lived for 5 years. Oh, but it's quite hard, isn't it? If they only live for like 3 to 5 years, you just know you have to say goodbye to them within that time. It's crazy. Turtle Stitcher, did someone say turtle? I did. I raised my hands. Yes. Because I thought you might be a good, you know, a good pet to have. If anyone's like me, they don't want to say goodbye to their pets. What about goldfish? I think goldfish can live for a long time as well. Suzanne says actually the developer of Pattern Keeper recommended that because it's safer that way. Are you referring to saving each pattern individually? But you know, Suzanne, the best solution would be some sort of cloud syncing, right? Because if you're switching, as you say, you switch from your tablet to mobile devices, and that happens. If people go on traveling, maybe they only use their phone. And if you have to load up your saved copy, and that's assuming your saved copies are up to date. I mean, just a lot of work. I mean, 2025 now, we shouldn't need to do that with any kind of app. It should be cloud syncing, right? It just saves. You don't have to do it. If you make one stitch, it saves that stitch, and so on and so forth. And if you switch devices, well, in order to do cloud syncing, you do need to have a count system, right? It does have to link to a profile of some sort. So maybe that just too involved for them. But I think that's a good way, because if for any reason, you know, you lose your devices and everything saved up on the cloud, like email, pretty much. Sarah says, my sugar glider lived for 12 years. Okay, is it a kind of hamster? I don't know what that is. Lakika, hello Lakika, welcome. We're talking about rats. Your view, please. Let me have a look what's happening here. A few more stitches here, might as well. Let me have a sip of water here. Busy mom, hello, hello, welcome. Oh, lovely. Water is the best. Jan says, when you want to load your backup, use the cloud with a plus sign. Okay. And you can pick the zip file from the stack. Backup creative. Very nice. Okay. I've only used the cloud icon once, trying to load up fresh copy of patterns, but I've never used it to load up, try to load up sort of backed up files because I didn't know how to back up. There you go. Very nice. Aimee says, if it worked on the cloud system, it wouldn't work without Wi-Fi or data. That's quite okay because cloud system is basically, it tries to save whenever it's got Wi-Fi or mobile connection. And then, you know, it's a little bit like email, isn't it? So it saves when it saves, and when it can't, then you have it offline. So, but the chances of you having the latest copy is high because, you know, whenever you have connection, you try to save it. So you don't have to manually kind of do anything because if you forget, then you're in trouble. But it doesn't mean you have to be, it doesn't mean you have to have what you need Wi-Fi in order to use the app. You don't, because you have a copy on your device, and the cloud version is just the save version, the backup, if that makes sense. Travis says, sugar gliders are adorable. They're kind of like flying squirrel. Flying squirrel. Do they actually fly though? Wow, I love squirrels. They're so cute. My local squirrels, they come to visit me every day. And there is one, you know, Captain Squirrel. There's one that I think is a captain material. Totally. You just know it's the boss. I don't know if it's a male or female. I tend to think he's a boy, you know. He's a big boy. And really, really friendly. And it's not shy at all because he's got some friends that he brought and come to this crazy squirrel lady's house and go, hey, she's got nuts. So they kind of all gather here once, you know, during the day and have some nuts. But some of them are quite shy, so some of them wouldn't eat nuts off my hands. But the captain squirrel, the boss squirrel, is fearless. I think he knows I'm a friend. So we're very close. We're very close. We're besties, besties. Lakika says, one of my good friends owned a rat and loved him very much. I had mice and they were adorable, but I was allergic to the bedding and had to give them back to the pet store. Yes. You know, some people love cats, but they can't have them because of allergy. That is just terrible. That is just terrible. Where am I? Here. To find my way here. And I think I'm gonna end my thread here. Ooh, what's going on there? That's not correct. It's terrible that sometimes if I look away and come back, I can't find where I was. No sense of direction or orientation. Do a boomerang here. There. Oh, Busy Mom says, if I was to buy an Android device, what would you recommend? Oh, Busy Mom, I'm the last person you should ask. You know what happened? So I'm normally a iOS girl, you know, Apple girl. And so I bought my Android device purely for just to use Pattern Keeper. And in my mind, I thought, you know, all Android devices just like Apple. Apple is like, you know, let me have a look. Let me turn it on here. So I thought Apple devices, iPad is iPad, iPhone is iPhone, you know, they're all the same. I didn't realize that Android is not all Android. Well, they're all Android, but it doesn't mean they're from the same make or same company or even the same version of the system. So this one is actually Kindle, not Kindle. This is, what is it called? Amazon Fire. Okay, whatever that is, I don't know. They can call it whatever they want. But this is Amazon Fire, and it's got a copy of Pattern Keeper here. But I didn't realize Amazon Fire is a version of Pattern Keeper. It's a version of Android device. It's not 100% the same if you get like a Samsung version of it. I think Samsung is slightly more sophisticated version of Android, more expensive. I got this one of Amazon Black Friday, and this is only, I think at that time, I'm trying to think, just over £100. So it was discount and everything, but the tablet itself was a little bit cheaper side. If you go for like a Samsung Galaxy or whatever it is, I lost track, they're about £1,000, maybe, you know, 500-600 or something like that. So not that much cheaper than iPad. So with this one, if you get Amazon Fire, you have to do some sort of you have to download this weird thing in order to get Google Play Store. So Amazon is quite sneaky. It's got its own app store, whatever it's called. I can't remember, app store. And it's not the same as Google Play Store, which is Google's app store. So you have to hack it in order to download Google Play Store, because that's where Pattern Keeper is. So that's my really long-winded version of answer to tell you that I have no idea what I'm doing as far as Android devices. So I think the guys in the chat can probably tell you so much better. Okay, so I'm gonna step off my box there. I just wanted to tell you that you know how clueless I was. So not all Android devices are the same, so choose wisely. I think, you know, Amazon tablets is a good option if you just want to use it for Pattern Keeper, and you don't mind doing the downloading of the little hack you have to do. It's not bad. Once you've done it, you've done it. But it's just that it's not elegant, you know. It's not like you just go to App Store and download it. It's not like that. Just so you know. Just so you know. Hi, small town. Hello, hello. Welcome. Oh, Travis says, would you consider yourself a Disney princess with your bond with the squirrels? Really? Is there a Disney story of a princess and the squirrels? If so, yes, I am definitely like the princess. I can totally relate to that. I think I'm the princess material and squirrel material, whatever that is. Yes, that's me, Travis. Oh, Suzanne says, I've got a cheap tablet from Temu. Yes. And Captain Squirrel says Samsung A9. Yes. So it really depends on your budget and what you use the tablet for. If you're going to use it for other things, maybe it's worth investing into a better, higher end tablet, so to speak. But I purely just use the tablet for Pattern Keeper, nothing else. Literally nothing else. Everybody's coming up with their recommendation. Wonderful. And Aimee says, I have a Samsung Galaxy Tab. Yes, that's a fancier version of Android. You know, my Android device, this tablet, the Amazon one, is so basic, I can't even mirror it. You probably noticed I haven't used it to for Pattern Keeper. I can't show the app screen because it's so basic. It doesn't even do the mirroring. But that's what you pay for, right? There you go. Let me pick the next victim there. I love the fact that I've just created this new outline here for the drape, for the curtain there. It's very nice. Good things happen when you stitch dark colors. Oh, Aimee says Yogi's Dr. Dolittle. Oh, no, I do a lot. Okay, Aimee? Travis says Snow White. Aurora. Oh, I haven't been following Disney that much. And Cinderella, I do know. Or have bond with animals. Yes, in that case, we're all Cinderellas, because we all love animals. Other than Aimee, you know, doesn't like kitties. Okay, so Aimee, hey, Travis, come up with a character, Disney character for Aimee. What do you think? How about that evil, you know, stepmom? You know, I bet she doesn't like animals. I bet if she sees a cat in a picture, she will crop it out. What do you think, Travis? Dun, dun, dun. We like Aimee, okay? But don't tell her. Small Town says we do all Apple to minus my tablet for pattern keeper. Oh, we need decoder for this message. And Suzanne says, I only do Android. Oh, our Android girl here. Oh, Aurora is Sleeping Beauty. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize that. What about Cinderella? Cinderella is Cinderella, isn't it? Clearly. Oh, Aimee says, no, Yogi, I'm not an evil stepmother. Yeah, all evil stepmothers say that. They say, I'm not evil. I'm like really nice. I don't believe you, Aimee. Oh, really? Travis says evil stepmom has a cat. Really? I don't remember that in Cinderella. She has a cat. You mean to eat? Oh no. We don't want to eat kitties. I have to sneak over and watch Apane's videos. I just been too busy. I definitely will. I know she does fantastic web parade. Yes, our Apane is a floss tuber. A lot more experience than me. I'm an imposter. I just stream, okay? Joy says my advice would be to get an A brand, to get an A brand tablet, but not the latest version. Also, if your eyesight is not too bad, I think about a smaller screen. They're less expensive. Yes, that's a good option as well. How small is smaller? You mean like a mini iPad mini type of size? Slightly bigger than a Max phone, I think. Oh, Captain Score says, love you though, Aimee. We'll love Aimee. You know, we embrace her cruelty to animals, but we still like her. Small Town says, oh, don't back her up, please. Small Town. Small Town says, I don't do cats either. To eat, you mean? Don't eat them, please. I'm also allergic to them. Oh, poor you. They're gorgeous. And here, that's let me pick another color here. Oh, 550, one of my favorite colors of this piece. Beautiful. 550. A beautiful, beautiful deep purple. Travis says, Dr. Dolittle is a movie about a doctor who can talk to animals. And I think that's what in Stitches with Aimee was referring to. Well, yes, but I talk to my whips as well. Is there a Disney characters that would talk to their whips? They speak to me. I can see them. They can see me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 stitches, and I might take it over there. Maybe a bit tricky. Or maybe I just do these 4 and end it. Let's see how it goes. Oh, the name is Lucifer. Oh, how appropriate for evil stepmother. Oh, Aimee says Small Town Stitches is the real veteran floss tuber. She's been doing it for 10 years? Small town. Really? Come out of the closet of the secret floss tuber in the chat. We have many, you know. Show yourself. Small Town. Everybody go watch Small Town. And I will too. 10 years. Goodness. I didn't even know this form of stitching existed 10 years ago. And I didn't even know floss tubing existed 10 years ago. So there you go. I'm a baby floss tuber. There. And I'm going to move it. I'm going to end it actually. Because I am going to just thread it through here. 150. And then take it over there. Small Town. You've been outed, Small Town. Oh, Travis, Spooky Bingo, round 3, 550. Really, Travis? My God, our souls are connected today. Second one. Spooky Bingo from Travis. Yay. Considering you only have like 40 colors, that's tremendous. These two here. Joy says, I didn't even stitch 10 years ago. Me either. I probably did a little bit of a sampler since I was a kid. And yeah, I didn't, you know, I wouldn't dream of anything that looks like this. No clue. Oh, Turtle Stitcher says in Beauty and the Beast, the Beast or the Beauty? The Beauty. The Beauty talks to the candlestick and the tea set. Maybe not quite the same as talking to whips. Similar, Turtle. I'll go with that. I'll go with that. As long as I'm the Beauty, not a beast. I'll talk to candlestick sometimes. I don't mind. I don't have a tea set, but yes, I talk to my whips, okay? And they talk back. They tell me what to do. It's true. All true story. Right here, live on Yogi's stream. There's one here missing. Do I have more? No, I don't want to go any further. This is where I will stop and end this beautiful thread. 5.50. Oops. That one slipped. It's not a pretty stitch, but this is the way it goes. 5.50 back on my organizer. Oh, I have a sip of my tea here. Small Town says, yes, 10 years in December. My daughter was 10 months old when I started my channel. She's now 10. Oh my goodness. Well done. Well done. Small Town. And you keep it going as well. And you're here. Clearly you still love stitching. How amazing. That's beautiful. Laura says, I have a big tattoo with Grimm's fairy tales. It reminds me I need to add Cinderella, but all my extra money is going to cross stitch. It's all full of better, Laura. You know, with tattoo, eventually you're going to run out of space, right? And but with webs, you can keep growing. So you know, you can have a lot, like, you know, Joyce's magic drawer, the bottomless drawers. You can just keep adding new starts. No one can stop you. You can do it. Next, I quite fancy doing slightly stronger colors and to work on this, you know, definition here. 3858, 3858. That's a pretty color. They're all pretty, all pretty. Travis is in a row. So every time I call out a number, he checks his stash. Yes. Susan says the Halloween sale is going to be full of spooky bingos. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do the Halloween sale next Tuesday, right? And we can tell spooky stories to each other. How's that? Yeah? Just dig into your spooky story stash. And we're going to try to scare each other with scary stories. The spookier, the better. Amiee says, I'll be Scar from Lion King. No, you're not. You're an evil stepmother. Okay, Amiee. She says, he talks to the mouse before he eats it. Oh my goodness. I don't mind being a villain. Oh yeah, Scar is a villain, isn't it? I'm thinking about the Lion King. The Lion King. Okay, yeah. Amiee from now on is Scar from Lion King, okay? And can I be the lion, the good one? Can I? I can be the Snow White as well. I don't mind that. No, Snow White sounds a little bit feeble. I'll be the Lion King, so I can fight Amiee. I can't even remember the good one. The white lion. What's his name? Simba or something? I can't remember. So long ago. Two. I think it's here. Yes. I'm going to just stitch over it. I think I missed a stitch with this color. So I'm cheating, okay? I'm cheating. And there. The last one. Brittany says, 10 years. I only hit my 5-year anniversary at the beginning of this month. Brittany, have you been stitching for 5 years? Yes. Let me just mark these ones before I forget. Two stitches down here. Ooh, very tricky. Okay. There's one more here. Need to be quite mindful, otherwise I just get totally lost. Who's the hyenas? You mean me? Oh, no way. No way. I'm the lion, the hero. Okay? You're Scar, so you can't talk. I'm the king. Oh, Travis is so knowledgeable with these productions. He says, what about one of those Siamese cats from Lady and the Tramp? Sarah says, Lady and the Tramp is my favorite. I'm trying to think like what it is. I've heard of it. I have no idea what that is. Oh, Andrea says, I've been stitching for about 45 years. What? Learn as a child. Yeah, I remember you may have talked about it. My goodness. Now everybody's getting competitive. Anyone else? Another taker is like an auction, 10 years and 45 years. Anyone else? 75? Raise your hands. Yes. I'll get my hammer somewhere. Oh, 45 years. And the thing is, you still love it. That's the beauty of it. You know? That's amazing. Trying to tease this one up here. Sarah's 47 years. Sarah is competitive. We all know that. And Betty, 40 years. Yes. And Tracy Duma is a baby stitcher. Months 5 for me. Oh, congratulations, Tracy. 5 months. Baby stitcher right here. Yay. Andrea says, I've never seen the whole Lion King. I've seen snippets, but never all of it. I remember watching the animation when, yes, I have seen the whole thing. I don't remember the entire story, but I know the gist of it. It's fighting between me and Aimee, pretty much. I'm the king. She's the baddie. You know, I won. Okay. And I have a baby, lion of some sort. And so who wants to be the baby lion? You have to be about age of 10. Serena's going to bed. Night, Serena. Night. Oh, Travis says, Lady and the Tramp, 2 dogs fall in love, and they are from different walks of life. Lady being a perfect little girl, and the Tramp is a stray. Oh, literally, a Tramp. So I see Lady and the Tramp, it says on the tin. Oh, but they're 2 dogs. They're dogs. So it's not like played by human. I'm so confused. Susan says, not 45, only 32 years. Only 32 years. You're in the baby stitcher territory. Okay. Comparing to 45. Oh, Dawn says, one of my cats is named after a dog. Oh, a cat in 101 Dalmatians. But I said 101 Dalmatians are dogs. There's a cat in there, and that's the name. I see. I can't remember what that is. I know there's a lot of dogs in there. And she says, we thought it was a male, and we just below all night and day we got it. Loud and bossy. I see. Oh, all the Disney characters are coming out. Dear, oh dear. Dawn says, I've been stitching for about 50 years. Do we have a new winner? 50 years, yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is going to be a tough competition for 50 years. Can you go higher? Anyone higher? Is that like an auction? And Knitting and Crochet says, baby stitcher, and what setup do you use to make sure your work is square and centered? What setup do you use to make? I use a tripod, not a tripod, a camera arm. So it's kind of set up in a way it's looking down for my camera. And with the camera, you can adjust. You know, you should have a kind of a level thing built in with majority of the cameras, and you can find a level, sort of the right angle, and you just play with it a lot. You need to get to know your camera. Oh, The Lion King, Disney's take on the play Hamlet by Shakespeare. I do like a little bit of a Shakespeare. Marlene says, I love The Lion King. I've also watched the musical adaptation. Oh yeah, there was a musical. It was I'm not sure it's still on in West End in London. I think yeah, after the film, I think they created a production. I think it's got Elton John or something like that, isn't it? Yes. Let me see if I can find a stitch here. One, two. I think these ones are done. I'm pretty sure. Just not matched up. Um, there you go. Right, I'm gonna move over here and continue with this outline here. Quite fancy this. Um, let's have a look. Oh, Suzanne says, I guess I'll have to start at 5 to go over 50. I know. Yes, never too soon, never too soon. Michelle Clark says, I started stitching when I was about 14. I think me too. I think I probably came across maybe a little bit before that, maybe 12, 14. My mom taught me to knit, and for some reason, from there, I just started to take a lot of interest in craft and, making things. And Michelle says, I think that was about 1990 and stitched very consistently until I had my daughter. She's 14 now and just restarted last year. Stitching changed a lot. Wow. Yeah, prior to COVID, before I just, sort of sort of fell into this rabbit hole, I was mostly just doing quite simple kind of, stitching kits. Maybe the most complex would be, what is it? Not DMC. I kept trying to think DMC. Dimensions gold, because the gold series is a bit more involved, because otherwise they have tiny samplers and stuff like that. But the gold collection, they're close to full coverage. Some of them are full coverage, but very small. And also very little confetti. The way it's charted is very little confetti. So it's a totally different game. Totally different game. Oh, Marilyn says, I just realized it was a 1 year anniversary of stitching. You remember the date you started? I don't care, Marilyn. Round of applause for Marilyn. Yes. It must be very meaningful for you to remember the date. That's amazing. 1 year anniversary to Marilyn stitching, and many, many more years to come. Yes. Suzanne wins. Oh, Janelle says needleback would be up there as well. I bet. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Andrea says, I don't watch TV. You and I both, Andrea. I just watch YouTube occasionally and a movie about once a year. I listen to audiobooks while stitching. And watching me, of course, Andrea. You have to mention that. Yes, I don't think, I can't remember the last time I watched regular TV channels. Almost never. For a long, long time now. I don't know about other countries, but in the UK, if you buy a TV, it doesn't work automatically. I don't know about now because, my TV is a few years old. So normally you have to tune it to to find regular channels. And when I bought this TV, I didn't even do that. And that was quite a few years ago. And because I knew I wasn't going to watch those channels, the rubbish channels. Yeah, and I think a lot of people are going that way as well because regular channels are just tedious, aren't they? Occasionally there are good documentaries, I have to admit, but you know, few and far between. It's just not worth the trouble. Oh, Vega, hello. Oh, I think, yes, Vega is from Japan, isn't it? We're just talking about this is the Ungali hour in Japan. Vega says, hello, your nails are beautiful. What kind of nail polish do you use? Yes, my nails. Thank you so much. I use, let me see if I can grab it. I normally have them near me. I use nails ink. Let me see if I can grab the other one here so I can show you. Yes, here we go. So my nails, I try to keep my nails very simple. I think I showed these to Sarah the other day. So these are from, is it like QVC, isn't it? Hello, order in the next, 15 minutes. You get like, buy one, you get one free. So these ones are nails ink ones. And this one I use as, I don't use base coat, but I just have a cup of coating of this one. This one, if you want to know, is called Be My Pearl Friend. So I think they're probably used for like French nails, manicure type of thing, but I don't do that. I don't do the tip, but I like the tone of the color. And then I just put on a layer of top coat. This one is called Glowing My Way. I love their names. So very good quality nail polish here. So my nails are nice and healthy, and I kind of redo them every week, but I do top up maybe a layer of top coat or something if they start to look a little bit dull. But yeah, normally it's how it is. So there you go. There's my nail secret. Vega, welcome. Vega is from Japan. And let's have a look. What time is it over there, Vega? Oh, so good to have you here. And Heather says, my mom taught me to stitch in the 1950s, 45-ish years. I'm so old. No, that's lovely though. Wow. Is Heather the winner? And 65 has to be the winner, guys. Oh, it has to be. Anyone have been stitching more than 45 years, please come forward. We need to know. Okay? Amazing. That's just amazing. 3A60. 3A60. Let me grab a couple of strands here. Wow. Majority of us are baby stitchers, aren't we? There. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Abilene says, my time to get to bed now. Good night, everyone. Night, Abilene. And I hope you enjoy your stitching session. Night to Abilene. Yes, I think Heather is the winner so far, but you never know. I thought 45 would be, the winning number, but lo and behold, 65. Ah, so Merlin says I like to write down when I start a project. That's why I remember. That makes sense. That's so organized, though. Huh. I don't think I ever do that. It never occurs to me to even do that. But if you have a starting date, yes, that could be an indicator there. Let me see. 1, 2. There's one over here. One, two. The strange life of Travis. Travis says, Tia, the lady friend, just tried to bring a baby Todd into our apartment. Not as food for a chinchilla, I hope. Nice snack. Kind of just a supper time. Here's a Todd. If I didn't know Tia was Travis' partner, I would have thought Tia was a cat, because my cat would bring gifts for me. And maybe even a Todd. I don't know. A little toe. Tia wants a pet too, I bet. You're welcome, Vega. And there's one more here. 1, 2. 1, 2. Make sure know where I am. I might. And this right here. Yes. It's a bit tricky to do yogi maneuvering with 10 stitches, because you can't really do a pin elegantly. So I'm going to end this right here. Joy says, I'm so sleepy, I nearly needed a calculator for that. So I better get some sleep. I don't know why she's... Oh, it's talking about the years. Yes, night, Joyce. Well done. Well done, Joyce. Good night to Joyce. Sweet dreams. Maybe dream about Lion King. Brandy says, Yogi, I just made a fresh pot of coffee for my husband and myself. It's about 3 p.m. here. Yes. Power drinks for power stitching. Well done, Brandy. Captain Squirrel says the 80s was 45 years ago. Let that sink in. I know. Yes. That's nearly half a century ago, isn't it? 80s. Small Town says, I write down when I start to and keep track of my stitches daily. Wow. I mean, writing down on a note, like physical notebook, or an app. It helps for the floss tube videos. Wow, that's so organized. That's very organized. 3A60. You know, if I'm stitching by myself, which is quite rare nowadays, to be honest, I stitch here with you most nights. And if I have like spare time and just put in stitches, I'll say maybe 100% of the time, I don't even check my stitch count. It's just, you know, I don't care. But yeah, I'm just not a big kind of number person. Small Town says, I have a tracker from Rainbow Sheets on Etsy. I just have to put numbers in and does the rest. Oh, like a spreadsheet. I don't have to do adding anymore. Yes, you can do that with spreadsheet. So if it's worked out for you, you just put numbers in and it calculates for you. Huh, that's nice. Yes, I think for me, I'll just forget to do that and it just becomes quite meaningless after a while. If you stop tracking, you kind of go, oh, never mind. Here we go. 3722, 3722. I'll take 2 strands here. Suzanne says, I use Notion. Is it a good app? Is it like a notebook app? I've been trying to look for a good notepad. I'm going to focus on in this area a little bit more with this. So here we go. Suzanne says, I have a template for cross stitch, and I think her name is Stitchinati. Oh, you mean like a spreadsheet? Let me just mark these ones here. And down here. I think on our group, was it Carla? Carla Hill She's gone really far ahead with this piece. I think it was Carla, wasn't it? It's so pretty. It's so fast. Way ahead of me. But then again, everybody is way ahead of me. So Suzanne, is Notion a free app? Do you have to pay or maybe upgrade to make it more usable? 1, 2. Oh, Travis says, Tia and my son are not debating on why I can have a chinchilla, but she can't have a toad into an apartment. But surely chinchilla is for both of you, right? It's not like your pet or her pet. It's like your son is both of your sons. It's not like Travis' son and Tia's son. So the custody of chinchilla should be both of you. So if she gets a toe, that toe would be co-parented by both of you. Suzanne says it's free. That's nice. I'll try it actually. Yeah, I kind of looked into some notepad apps, and so many of them, head on before you even use anything, they ask you to sign up to an account or something, and they start spamming you or trying to charge you before you get to use anything. That's just rubbish. Betty says she won't believe that the toad can cause warts. Oh, that doesn't sound that appealing anymore as a pet. Susan, Yogi, did you just compare Travis' son to a chinchilla or a toad? Yes, I have, Susan. When it comes to responsibility as a parent, it doesn't matter if it's a human child or a chinchilla child or a toad. Yes, the responsibility is the same. Okay, the son might need education. Okay, and maybe want to get married one day. I'm not saying that the chinchilla cannot do that. Maybe it wants to go to university. It should have the right to do that. Education is a birthright, even for chinchilla or toads. Stitch Pal. Okay, so Stitch Pal is more sort of stitching specific apps. And I think Notion may be multi-purposes, right? You can use it for different things. And I'm not looking for stitch tracker necessarily. I'm just looking for a good notepad app. So it doesn't have to be a sort of stitch related app. Because I'm too lazy to track. Betty says, very excited. My fabric came in today for traveling library. Oh, do you know what fabric count you're going for? So Betty, do you think the Max colors would have the same stitches, same stitch, well, not stitch count, the number of stitches as the regular one? Because I haven't got my fabric, just in case it's different. But I think it should be the same, shouldn't it? I'm going to move it up here. Yes, new fabric is just exciting, isn't it? Because you can see there's been new stitches on the fabric, a new journey, new world opens. Two. And Suzanne says, regarding the app, I like it better on the computer than using the app on my phone. I also added a template for notes too. Oh, so is it not very easy to use on the app, or it's just that you need sort of more space to write things? That could happen too. Let me see if there's any more here. Might be just one more stitch here, and I will. And this right here. Oh, that's good to know, Susan. Because app's supposed to be easier, right? Whoops. Now a slip stitch right here. There you go. 3722. 3722. Bring this right in. Betty says, I've got 25 count gridded. And yeah, should be the same size. I'm planning to stitch 1/1 full cross. I see. The classic combination. Yeah, so yeah, I'm still thinking. I think I'm thinking 28, but I haven't made up my mind in terms of whether to have the plain ones like this or gridded. Because I really like the way the plain one stitches, but the gridding, I do have to do it myself. I don't mind it. It's not too bad, but it's quite reassuring to have sort of easy count, isn't it? It's just a peace of mind. But the fabric is slightly thicker, a bit more volume. Hello, Pokemon. Suzanne says, if I do it on the tablet, I'll use the browser. I also have the app on the tablet as well. If you want to just do something really quick. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think I've heard of Notion. I just never tried it. I need to download a copy and find out for myself. This is looking nice. I created this line here. It wasn't there before. Next one. Let's pick just one more. Let's pick one more. I can't believe it's 11:30. My goodness. Yes, lucky you, wherever you are. If it's still daytime, very nice, very nice. Let me pick just one more color here. Oh, let me pick something pretty. How's that? Okay, 3831. 3831. Christian's love for stitching is here. Hello, hello. Welcome. And Grace says, the more I see you stitching this, the more I want to stitch. Wow. The more I want to stitch it. I don't know how you were able to resist it for so long, Grace. That's more of my question. You know? I think one look of this pattern, you just fall in love. It's lovely to stitch though. Go for it, Grace. Listen to my voice. You know you want it. Come join me in this wonderful world of Sweet Shoppe. Delicious sweets. And glorious colors. You know you want it. Michelle Clark says it's nearly 8:30 a.m. Oh, but it's next day though. It's already Sunday. We're hanging here for another half an hour before it turns Sunday. Grace says, because I started 8 other projects this past month. Hey, that's everybody. Everybody's watching, been here on this stream, has at least, 8 projects on upwards per month. Okay? You can do it. You have 8 anyway. Why does it matter if it's 9? Doesn't matter. Doesn't make any, difference. You just have more fun more beautiful projects to stitch every day. I remember there was maybe a British comedy. I can't remember which one that is, but I remember there was one line that someone goes, "Look into my eyes, look into my eyes." Try to hypnotize the other person. Look into my eyes, Grace and Michelle. Michelle Fuller says, yes, I started with 0. Now I have 6 in 1 month. There you go. A testimony from one of my victims live here on Yogi Stream. Follow her steps. You know, this is the right way. And look at how joyous, you know, how happy she is. That could be you too. Michelle. Tracy says, I'm trying to convince myself I should do a new start since I just finished a knit whip. Absolutely, Tracy. You've got it right there. You finish something, you start something else. There you go. You've got it. You've got it. Andrea says, I started 2 projects this week. Got a new Hades at 167 projects. Andrea, who's counting? I'm not. Oh, but she says, I'm about to finish 3. That's amazing. Finishing is the hard part. I'm not very good at that part. I'm very good with starting. But then again, I'm a baby stitcher. I haven't stitched that long, you know? That's my excuse. Just give me some time. Another 30 years, and maybe I can finish something. Yes, Captain Squirrel, start of all things. Squirrel, all the stitches, all the stitching. Yes, 6 says, Yogi is the serial starter. Yes, I am. That's me. Right here. Very good at starting. And 2 over here. 1, 2. This one here. And I am going to end my thread here. Oh, wrong stitch, wrong stitch. And then end my thread here. beautiful. Look at this pretty pink or red. Yeah. Hi, Marsha. Hello, hello. Marsha, my darling. I've seen that new pattern you got from John O'Brien. Oh, so pretty, isn't it? Susan says yogis is a serial enabler. Yes. That's moi right here, Susan. And you love it. You know, tell the truth. You love it. 3A31. 3A31. And Tracy says, I have probably 25 or more knit, 2 to 3 crochet, and 30-ish cross-stitching whips. What is kind of limit on starting all the things if you ever want to finish any of them. But starting is fun though. You know, the work in progress is the fun part. And finishing, it's okay, you know, I don't mind it. But the problem with finishing is you have to move on to something else. No one is staying at the finished project and just look at it and go, oh, I'm done. That's all good. You know, you look for another project. And all we have is that, you know, work in progress. That's the fun part. Right, Captain Squirrel says, last count, I have 142. Oh, Squirrel, are you trying to compete with Yogi here? And yes, Marsha. Marsha says, I'm obsessed by those patterns. I'm so glad I found out the name of the artist because I have at least 3 pieces, the 14 counts from John O'Brien. And for some reason, I just never figured, you know, I couldn't figure out who it was because the stars are very, very similar. Absolutely beautiful. A small town says, I have like 50, as in whips. Wow. Yeah, Captain Squirrel, I think many of us are like that. We like to start new things. It's beautiful. It's starting a new world, right? Oh, Marsha, don't ever feel guilty. Enjoy every stitch. You know, the 300 projects that you've got there. Enjoy every stitch. And Tracy says starting is the fun part, but my knits are wearable, so I like to go getting them done. But I think knitting is probably easier to finish, right? I mean, you can probably finish. I can probably do a scarf at some point and finish it. I have finished knitting projects, so. And Andrea says, I didn't have so many until I started watching several floss tubers, and Jen, the caffeinated craft, was a bad influence on me. Do not blame others, okay? Do not blame others. And and all the others just adding more. Take responsibility, Andrea. It's not me, it's you. And Sarah says, I think I have a 10 or 12 whips. Sarah, you're very, very restrained, I think, you know. But I think you probably finish a lot of work as well, which, you know, probably clear, you know, reduce the number slightly. Right, guys, let's have a look at what's happening here. And if you just join us, you're not late at all. You get to join the chat and guess how many stitches I've done today. And if you have no clue, that's you and me both. Okay, I have no idea how many stitches I've done, but I can walk you through from the beginning of the session here. I started focus on this little blue triangle here. It's a little flag. Okay, and I think I'm pretty much there with the flag, and I extend the stitches around here and created this beautiful line here that wasn't there before. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. It's beautiful. And few surrounding stitches. Okay, so there are quite a few stitches that are very light here. It's happening here as well, so take into consideration, okay? And so this game we play at the end of every stream here is guess my stitches. And as it says on the tin, you get to guess the number, okay? And those of you regulars already know they're putting in the numbers, and you can do it too, lurkers. If you want to unlurk themselves, now is the best time, okay? Just throw out a number here. Just join in. And maybe you can be the winner tonight. And the prize, the grand prize for the winning person, of course, is nothing other than the respect. Capital R, respect from the rest of the fellow stitchers. Okay, it's priceless. You know, we don't joke about this. This is the top prize for you, okay? And also you get to enjoy our emoji buffet. And if you have no idea what it is, you will witness as it happens, okay? In front of your eyes. So now let's go to the top number here. The first submission from Susan Chamberlain, 200. And Grace Holston, 223. Sarah, 215. Andrea, 291. Let's go Captain Squirrel, 189. And Travis, 300. Who now has a toad as a new pet. Michelle Clark, I think, 253. Do not think. Just do it. Michelle Clark, 253. Okay? And Suzanne, 245. Elia, 175. Michelle Fuller, 179. Okay, it's quite wide range. And Dawn King, 190. And Brandy, 177. Keep going. Bring it on. Tracy, 197. And Janelle, we're doing me right here. And Janelle is saying, I did 404. I mean, yeah, you're just making me look bad, okay? And Janelle, 404, let's ignore that. Erase that number from your head. And small town, oh, hang on, 6145. And Sarah says, Sarah, just in case you don't know, she's spelling out respect. Okay, that's what you get. Okay, grand prize. Captain, what is it? Captain says, 249. Oh, Captain Squirrel has done 249. We don't care about that. We're doing yogi here, okay? And oh yes, Travis, very good point. Travis says the real question: did you get above 2%? And we will find out. Janelle 201 and Salita 198. Let's have a look, guys. Today, our South Saturday. How many stitches have Yogi has done? Let's have a look. Dun. Let me turn this off. Are you ready? Let's have a look. And the percentage as well, okay? I'm going to reveal both of them at the same time. I have no choice. It's on the same screen. Let's go. Dun. Yes. First of all, Travis, I have not let you down. I'm way over, kind of over 2%, 2.03. Yeah! First round of applause. And as for my stitch count, there you go. Let me pause that here. 303. There you go. Those have submitted like 197, 19 something. There you go. Let that sink in, okay? So who's the winner today? 303. Who's the closest? Anyone can count? Oh my God, Travis! Travis, 300. Travis is on fire tonight. Anyone closer? Any 300? I think tonight's winner maybe our Travis today, with a new pet and new respect from everyone. Travis, our gentleman stitcher, glorious, glorious. 2%, yes. And you and me, Travis, let's say cheers to each other with our emoji champagne, whatever drinks we have here, and bring on the buffet. Yes, in front of your eyes. Dig in, Travis. Tia can dig in as well. Yes, by association, she's your lady friend, so she can have some of our emoji buffet as well. Yay! Amazing. We've had some healthy choices as well, as many also with decadent junk food type thing. A lot of burgers for some reason. Amazing. Yes, winner is Travis, and the trophies from our Sarah here. Amazing, everyone. Yes, Elia, bring on all sort of goodies for everyone. Oh, amazing. Another day, another winner. And it could be you tomorrow as well. Oh, Captain Squirrel's got some really healthy options. Squirrel specific food. A lot of delicious fruits. Yes, wonderful. So guys, it's been wonderful. And now is 11:41, guys, in sleepy town London. And Yogi's going to sign out. And tomorrow is another day, Sunday. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday, wherever you are. If you're early in the time zone, lucky you. And if you're ready the next day, join the club. So, well, not quite yet. We've got a few minutes to go, but almost. So night-night, everyone. Sweet dreams, wherever you are. And we will meet again. Nighty-night. Night-night.